In this video, I'm going to review the top 5 gaming monitors for darkroom. Monitors are indeed the main part of a PC. Especially for gamers who want enthusiast monitors for playing smooth and high-end resolution games. In this respect, I found some best monitors for darkroom. Now it is up to you to select one from these which will meet your budget. I'll leave the links to the discussed CPUs in the description, you can check them for more information and the latest prices. So let's get started. Starting my list with ASUS TUF Gaming VG34VQL1B. The ASUS TUF Gaming VG34VQL1B is an excellent curved ultra-wide monitor. With a 34-inch screen and 21:9 aspect ratio, it provides more horizontal space than an ordinary 16:9 screen, making it more immersive. Although it can produce deep blacks, its VI panel has narrow viewing angles, which can make it unsuitable for co-op player content sharing in dark rooms. The HDR experience is pretty good, considering that it has the DCI-P3 color space covered, and it gets bright enough to show some highlights. Even with the overdrive setting, you can see visible black smearing in fast-moving content, even though the response time is generally excellent. If you play at a lower refresh rate, you may notice inverse ghosting. This ASUS TUF Gaming VG34VQL1B is a great option for the office. Its 34-inch screen offers plenty of space for working with multiple windows simultaneously, as well as sharp text and images, thanks to its high pixel density. In well-lit environments, it is able to handle reflections well and get bright enough to eliminate glare. Due to its narrow viewing angle and limited ergonomic adjustments, it is not ideal for sharing work with coworkers. In order to deliver a smooth and responsive gaming experience, the ASUS VG34VQL1B has a high refresh rate. FreeSync is natively supported, as is G-Sync, however, the latter only works over a DisplayPort connection. Over HDMI, the refresh rate is limited to 100Hz at 8-bit and 60Hz at 10-bit. At 10-bit over DisplayPort, the refresh rate is limited to 144Hz. VRR has been reported to cause flickering by users, but we did not see any during testing. At number 2 it is the Samsung Odyssey G5 LC27 G55T. I find the Samsung Odyssey G5 acceptable for media consumption. Due to its narrow viewing angles and poor ergonomics, it is not the best option for sharing screen content with others. The screen is large, and the picture quality is good, but the picture quality is not the best. In addition to having a high contrast ratio, it is able to produce deep blacks, but does have a lot of bleed from the backlight. The uniformity between units can vary, so your experience may differ. Despite having extremely low input lag, the Samsung Odyssey G5 plays at 60Hz with a significantly higher lag. We measured input lag with 10-bit HDR at 60Hz since that is the highest refresh rate possible over an HDMI connection when sending a 10-bit signal, and we couldn't measure input lag with HDR over a DisplayPort connection. The maximum refresh rate over DisplayPort is 120Hz. With a 1440p resolution, the Samsung Odyssey G5 LC27 G55T is a good budget gaming monitor. As it produces deep blacks, but does not get bright enough to overcome intense glare, it is best suited for a dark to moderately lit room. With its quick response time, high refresh rate, and low input lag, it provides a smooth and responsive gaming experience. In addition, FreeSync and G-Sync are supported. Because of its low viewing angles and irritating ergonomics, it is not the best choice for cooperative gaming or sharing content. Despite supporting HDR, the screen is relatively dim and cannot display a large color gamut despite having a high peak brightness. It also has better ergonomics and gets brighter. However, the Odyssey G5 has a black frame insertion feature to improve motion clarity. At number 3 it is Acer Nitro XV272U. The Acer Nitro XV272U monitor is an excellent 1440p gaming monitor. You can comfortably place the screen in a comfortable viewing position thanks to its excellent ergonomics and IPS panel with wide viewing angles. Gaming on this monitor is smooth and fluid thanks to its 170Hz refresh rate and excellent response times. Having both native FreeSync and G-Sync support to mitigate screen tearing, its input lag is extremely low. HDR is supported with a wide color gamut and good tonal mapping, as well as decent brightness that allows some highlights to pop. However, its SDR brightness is significantly lower, so it may not be able to combat glare in well-lit environments. In addition to that, it doesn't look great in dark rooms because the contrast ratio is too low, making black appear gray. Most users will find the Acer Nitro XV272U to be ideal. Because it has a low input lag, a high refresh rate, and exceptional response times, it provides an excellent gaming experience. Its large screen and high resolution make it ideal for productivity and media consumption, giving you plenty of real estate to multitask. The low SDR peak brightness might be a deal breaker for some considering its low brightness on bright settings. The upside is that it displays a wide color gamut with good tone mapping, and it is a lot brighter in HDR. Gigabyte M27Q and Acer Nitro XV272U are similar to each other. The monitors have a resolution of 1440p and a refresh rate of 170Hz. With 60Hz and a maximum refresh rate, the Acer provides more responsive gaming performance. As well as being better ergonomics, this model can also be rotated into portrait mode and swiveled. If you typically use your monitor in a bright setting, the Gigabyte is a better choice since it is brighter and less prone to glare. Gigabyte has more features, including a USB-C input with DisplayPort Alt mode and picture-in-picture and picture-by-picture modes. At number 4 it is Gigabyte G27Q. The budget gaming monitors like the Gigabyte G27Q are great. A similar device is the Gigabyte G27QC, except it has an IPS display. In the dark, it will appear gray because of its low contrast ratio, which means it has a wide viewing angle, but a low contrast ratio. Most gamers would want a 144Hz, 1440p monitor with features such as native FreeSync support and G-Sync compatibility. There is very little motion blur on the screen due to the incredible response time at its maximum refresh rate, as well as its very low input lag. It may be difficult to place in an ideal viewing position due to its poor ergonomics. The device is bright enough to fight glare and has a good reflection handling feature for use in well-lit rooms. Additionally, it has a wide color range, good peak brightness, and it stands out well in HDR. The HDR gaming is quite good with the Gigabyte G27Q. With its 144Hz refresh rate, FreeSync support, and G-Sync compatibility, this monitor is perfect for gamers. The response time is extremely fast, and the input lag is extremely low. In HDR, the device displays a wide color gamut and is relatively bright. Its low contrast ratio makes black seem gray, and it lacks local dimming. A better quality SDR color gamut, enabling you to create better content, and a KVM feature allowing you to control two devices simultaneously. The G27Q, however, has better reflection handling and gets a bit brighter in HDR, but these are minor differences and may not be detectable. And the last one is Gigabyte G34WQC. Gigabyte's G34WQC is a great budget gaming monitor with an ultra-wide screen. A 34-inch screen with a 21:9 aspect ratio provides incredible immersion in video games and ample space for multitasking. The lamp is suited to both bright and dark rooms since it gets bright enough to combat glare and can produce deep blacks. Featuring a 144Hz refresh rate and low input lag, it delivers a gaming experience that feels smooth and responsive. It supports FreeSync natively and is also compatible with NVIDIA's G-Sync technology. However, it has poor ergonomics and subpar viewing angles, so it's not ideal for sharing content or playing co-op games. The HDR ranges from decently bright to somewhat limited in terms of color gamut. Gaming monitors like the Gigabyte G34WQC are excellent. It has a low input lag, and its 144Hz refresh rate and fast response time ensure smooth gameplay. It has both FreeSync and G-Sync compatibility for reduced screen tearing. It has a high contrast ratio to produce deep blacks, which makes it the ideal choice for gaming at night. It is not ideal for co-op gaming, however, since it has poor ergonomics and narrow viewing angles. The Gigabyte G34WQC and the Gigabyte G32QC are very similar, with the main difference being that the G34WQC is ultra-wide. The G34WQC has better gradient handling, a larger screen, and a higher pixel density that results in sharper images and text. However, the G34QC has a higher refresh rate of 165Hz, providing a slightly more responsive and smoother gaming experience. With that, we come to the end of our review. These all 5 are the best gaming monitors for darkroom. Now it's up to you which monitor meets your budget and requirements. In my opinion, ASUS TUF Gaming VG34VQL1B is the overall best monitor for darkroom and playing other games. But if you have a low budget, then get Gigabyte G34WQC gaming monitor, as it provides almost everything you need to achieve an immersive experience. The links are in the description. Don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching this video.